Media. Here we bring the top news headlines for our viewers today. The top 10 news of the day are: 60% voter turnout in phase 1 of UP election. UP polls. In Aligarh, some fear political isolation. Others want development and change. Agra voters cast vote on issues of good governance, unemployment and inflation. Ghaziabad, Gautam Buddh Nagar see lowest voter turnout in phase 1 of UP polls. Goa means governance, opportunities and aspiration, PM Modi says ahead of Assembly polls. Goa polls. TMC writes to EC, asks to lodge FIR against Home Minister Amit Shah. Punjab Assembly election. 2 transgenders, 93 women among 1,304 candidates in fray. Development of Uttarakhand is one of my topmost priorities, says PM Modi at poll rally. Arvind Kejriwal's wife, daughter to campaign for Bhagwant Mann in Punjab ahead of polls. Navjot Singh Sidhu's daughter Rabia slams CM Channi, claims you will find rupees 133 crore in his account. 60% turnout in the phase 1 of the UP election. Voting has concluded for the phase 1 of the 2002 Uttar Pradesh Assembly election. A total of 623 candidates, including women, of 73 were in fray in the 58 seats across 11 districts in the first phase. The Election Commission of India said an estimated voting percentage of 60.17% was recorded till 6 p.m. on Thursday. Voter turnout was 69.43% at polling stations in Shamli district, 65.34% in Muzaffarnagar, 61.35% in Bhagpat, 60.91% in Meerut and 54.77% in Ghaziabad and 56.73% in Gautam Buddh Nagar. UP polls. In Aligarh, some fear political isolation, others want development and change. Aligarh, a highly polarized constituency which has 27.67 lakh registered voters, witnessed a polling percentage of 60.49% in the first phase of Uttar Pradesh Assembly election on Thursday. This was a slight dip from the 2017 polls when the figure had stood at 63.48%. Still, there was a palpable enthusiasm among the voters of the constituency who turned up to exercise their franchisee. Agra voters cast vote on issues of good governance, unemployment and inflation. The first phase of Uttar Pradesh Assembly election took place on February 10. The day proved to be an anxious day for the political parties in the state. As many as 58 assembly seats went to poll in the first phase of the election today, with the voters casting their votes on the issues of development, security, unemployment, inflation and good governance. Ghaziabad, Gautam Buddh Nagar see the lowest voter turnout in the first phase of the UP polls. Ghaziabad and Gautam Buddh Nagar were the two districts with the lowest voter turnout in the first phase of the assembly election in Uttar Pradesh that concluded on Thursday, with Noida's seat having just 50.1% electors at polls according to the officials. The state's average voter turnout was recorded at 60.17%, while the average in Ghaziabad stood at 54.77% and in Gautam Buddh Nagar at 56.73%, the Election Commission has said. Goa means governance, opportunities and aspiration. PM Modi ahead of the assembly polls. Ahead of the assembly polls in Goa, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a grand rally in Mapusa on Thursday. He emphasized in the Swachh Bharat outreach and the electricity for all homes. He recalled his 2019 campaign in his journey to contest as the PM. My journey to the post PM as well started here in Goa in June 2013. I had raised the chant of the Congress, Mukt Bharat, there is one such public rally. Today, these phrases have become the resolution of many citizens of the country. For us, Goa means governance, opportunities, and aspirations, he said. Goa polls. TMC writes to EC, asks to lodge FIR against Home Minister Amit Shah. Trinamool Congress filed a complaint with the Election Commission in Goa against Union Home Minister Amit Shah. CM Pramod Sawant stating that the leaders were seen floating MCC rules during a door-to-door campaign on January 30. The TMC wants the EC to register an FIR against Home Minister Amit Shah. In the letter, the TMC claimed that COVID protocols were not followed and supporters and leaders of BJP were not wearing masks and were not maintaining social distancing. Punjab Assembly election. 2 transgenders, 93 women among the 1,304 candidates in the fray. As many as 1,304 candidates are in the fray for the 2022 Punjab Assembly election for 117 constituencies scheduled to be held on February 20, 2022. There are 2 transgenders and 93 are women, while 1,209 candidates are men. Chief Electoral Officer Dr. S. Karuna Raju informed on Thursday. He said that among all the candidates, 9 candidates are 25 years old and 6 candidates are above 80. Of which 94-year-old candidate contesting from Lambi constituency is Shri Muktasar Sahib is the oldest. Development of Uttarakhand is one of my topmost priorities, says PM Modi at poll rally. Addressing an election rally in Uttarakhand's Almora on Friday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the development of Uttarakhand is one of his topmost priorities. I'm familiar with every era here. I know very well your strength, your noble intention, your honesty, your patriotism. This decade is the decade of Uttarakhand. For me, the development of Uttarakhand is one of the topmost priorities, the BJP leader said ahead of the Uttarakhand Assembly election. Arvind Kejriwal's daughter, wife to campaign for the Bhagwant Mann in Punjab ahead of the polls. Sunita Kejriwal, wife of Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, will visit Punjab to campaign in the state ahead of the assembly elections. Sunita Kejriwal will attend the AAP chief ministerial candidate Bhagwant Mann's Jan Sabha in the Dhuri area of the Sangrur district on February 11, the party said on Thursday. Arvind Kejriwal's daughter will also be present at the event along with Bhagwant Mann's mother and sister. Navjot Singh Sidhu's daughter Rabia slams CM Channi, claims you will find rupees 133 crore in his account. Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu's daughter Rabia Sidhu on Thursday campaigned for her father in Amritsar constituency ahead of the Punjab Assembly polls. Speaking to reporters, Rabia launched a scathing attack on the Congress CM candidate and incumbent CM Charanjit Singh Channi. Rabia doubted whether Channi, as had been claimed, was poor and said that his bank account should be checked. Well, this was all about the top 10 news of the day. This was Aparna Singh reporting for iScopeMedia.